Hey folks, got a 2014 GMC here. We are going to change the throttle body, okay, the throttle plate, which is located right on the engine, right after the air filter box. All right, I'm going to show you which one we're going to change from the Duralast. It's got a limited lifetime warranty. That's the part number TB1291D. Let's open it up. This throttle body does not come with the gasket, so you have to buy the gasket separately. All right. That's the gasket number right there, 61699. Do not want to use the old one, okay? Since it's rubber, it will get crushed. Cannot reuse an old rubber gasket. This is the throttle plate, comes in a nice bag. After you replace it, you got to do a throttle relearn procedure. You can see it online. I think it's also included in the instructions here. All right, look how nice and clean it is. All right, when we take the old one off, I'm going to show you when people tell you that you got to clean your throttle body. I'll show you what they mean by cleaning the throttle body. It's not all about cleaning the outside. It's basically right here, because only air should be traveling through here. So once you have dirt accumulated in here, it's going to disrupt the air. It's not going to be as smooth as this. It's not going to be smooth, and the air is going to be disrupted by little pieces of dirt. Even though to the naked eye it doesn't look too bad, but believe me, the little dirt causes a little turbulence, and turbulence is not good even in an airplane. Okay, all right, so let's go back and I'll show you what we have to do in order to remove the throttle plate. All right, yes, it's 95 degrees out here with a lot of humidity. So I got my fan on, but right now it's not on because otherwise you won't be able to hear me. All right, so let's show you. All right, let's start. I climb up on my little step stool here because this thing is tall. All right, so we got to take this cover off here. All right, this outside engine cover. Just take the oil cap off. This pops up. Little rubber grommets. Put that off to the side like that. Put your oil cap back on because you don't want that to get any debris in there. All right, now we come to the throttle body itself. Okay, right over here, there's a rubber hose. Rubber here, plastic here. You could probably pull this off with the assembly because it's a rubber tube down here, but I don't want to break this because it's fragile. It's almost, 8 years old or whatever. All right, so you push this little pin here, and this thing will pop right out. You see the rubber hose right there? All right. You could probably come out with it, but in case you break this, how are you going to replace that? All right, put that off to the side. This here is a plug with a lock. Just slide that lock in there like that. Slide it out. Push this little tab, and this electrical connector will come out. Tie it off to the side. All right. Now for the air filter, the box don't have to come out, but this hose has to come out. So get a little screwdriver, undo this clamp, undo that clamp, squeeze it off to the side, get it off of this part, like that, and then pull it off of this part here. There you go. And then we'll set it off to the side. All right. And there is your throttle body, or throttle plate, people call it. All right. Got 4 bolts. It's got 1, 2, 3, and all the way over there is 4. All right. That's what holds it on, and there's a rubber gasket, like I showed you. A lot of people don't replace that gasket. Don't know why. And once the rubber gets crushed, it's not going to be good anymore. All right. So for the price of it, I don't know, $8, $10 or whatever it was, got the Felpro brand. I'm going to change it. All right. So it's 4 bolts. I believe it's 10 millimeter. Let me see. Dun, dun, dun. Yes, 10 millimeter. All right. Let me set you up over here, and then we'll replace that throttle plate. All right, let's start on that throttle plate. So 10 millimeter. Get the ratchet. I'll lean it over here. Where am I? All right. They're not really tight, these things, so you don't have to go really bananas on it. All right. So there's a torque spec for it. But when I tighten it up, I'm just going to do the cross tightening of it so you don't ruin it. So let's see here. Find a spot for my screws here so I don't lose it. Ever put a screw on your fender somewhere and then it falls down? Yeah, those are not. It's not fun. And if it falls into a panel that's underneath, the freaking panel has to come out. Yeah, those are fun. Or how about when it gets stuck in the transmission? Okay. Got all those little ribs on the transmission. Oh yeah, try to get that out. But that's why they invented magnets and what you call it. You ever see it? That tool with the 3 fingers. Never really used it, but now I started to use it because can't grab these little bolts anymore. So when they drop in, it's a great tool. Go buy it at the swap meet. They're cheap enough. All right. There's my 4 bolts. Here's the throttle plate that's going to come out. All right. Look at that. So that's what they mean by a dirty throttle plate. See all the dirt that's on it? Okay. You know, when people say that I cleaned your throttle plate, how you could tell if they actually cleaned the throttle plate, besides actually physically looking at it, look at the bill. See if they charge you for a new gasket. Okay. If they didn't charge you for a new gasket, one of 2 things. Either they did clean it and failed to replace that $10 seal, which will cause a vacuum leak, or they never really took it out. They only cleaned the outside, never cleaned the inside. But you see, you can see oil debris. You know where that comes from? That comes from this hose, which is your, usually your breather, your PCV valve system. All right, sucks in the oil. That's why it explains why it's oily. Oil goes in and it recycles it, so you can burn it again. And what happens is that it gets caught up in there. All right. So put this off to the side. Take my little gasket off. I need a little screwdriver to get it. Oh, there you go. It's the guy with my nails. All right. Look at that. It fits nice and tight in there. Okay. So now what I will do is I would clean this part of it. Let me get a rag or a paper towel. And I'm going to show you how oily that looks like. Get a little carburetor cleaner, because that's what I'm going to clean it with. You can only clean so much. Otherwise, you go too deep into the intake. But look, take a nice wipe of it. Look at that. See that? Remember, this is only supposed to be air. Okay, so now that's going to create a lot of turbulence. It's going to give you a little problem with the air intake. All right, so I'm not going to stick my hand all the way in there because, number one, I don't want to lose my paper towel. Because then you have other problems. Especially if you have a piece that rips off. Okay. I'll clean the outside a little bit. Wipe that up. Dun-dun-dun. This is going to dry eventually. All right. And you know what happens when you first start it up? It usually, it's going to run a little rough because there's always a little bit of gasoline from the carburetor cleaner still there. All right, so take a new gasket from Felt Pro. There's no specific way. There's no tab. Sometimes there's a little tab, and it sits in a specific tab. But this is just going to sit in there like this. All the way around, people. Right? Make sure it's in there. If you notice, if you even look at the new one, you see it sticks up a little higher. I can grab it with my nail a lot better. So yeah, don't reuse the old one. Not a lot of people do. Even with the with the Chrysler stuff, when they do the oil coolers, if you notice, they remove the injectors, but I never see them replace the injector O-rings. I never see them on YouTube suggest to replace the injector O-rings. So yeah, that's a problem. You have to remove a gasket or an O-ring. It's not reusable. Get another one, people. Alrighty. Just trying to get this tag off over here, people. A little wire. There you go. Alright, put that in there. I don't need the box, so let's get this out of the way. Yeah. Trying to be neat about it and close the box. See ya. Okay. Here's the new throttle body. New throttle plate gasket. Let's get the screws. I usually put one on each side. So then when I put it on, it'll hold it square before I drop it in. Please, whatever you guys do, don't run it in with an electric air drill until you know that you have a couple of threads in there already. Okay. I know a lot of people get a little lazy. They got the electric tools and stuff like that and stick the screw in there and they just run it home. Don't want to mess with that crap. So what I usually do is I usually turn it by hand as much as I can. So I'll do it evenly across, just like tanning up a tire. All right, I do the cross pattern. So it kind of comes down evenly. It's not going to be perfect. Getting there. Alrighty. So it'll be hand tight first. Make sure the wire is not pinched. Get Mr. Ratchet here. Alright, let's go with this one here. Not need to be hammered all the way home, okay? If you're not sure about yourself, guys, get the torque specs and torque it. Just for you guys to play it safe, okay? I've replaced a lot of these before. I have no problems with it. Okay. Evenly. When you do it evenly, if you notice that once it settles in, it's going to tighten up. Because when you draw one side in, the other side draws in. Vice versa. All right. So, reverse procedure, people. I'm going to put this plug back in. You can hear it click. Then we'll do that. All right. You know what I'm going to do? I am going to clean up this air box with carburetor cleaner. And I'm going to clean up this hose over here with some carburetor cleaner, brake cleaner. All right. And then we'll continue. No sense putting dirty crap back on. All right. Let me do that. No sense you watching that. You guys know what to do. All right. We're back. Cleaned it up nicely. Here you go. Nice and clean. All right, let's put this hose back on. Okay. Throttle body first. Throttle body side first. Wiggle that on. Airbox side next. Yeah. Come on. Perfect. All right, stretch that out so it touches the throttle body, people, and then push it this way. Make sure it reaches the airbox side. All right, so before I tighten this up, because this thing turns, I'm gonna hook this up. Stick it in there, and this is gonna go in here. You see, this is gonna have to turn this way. See that? That's why I left that loose, because if I was tightening it that way, it would never reached. All right, so just make sure nothing is strained. This thing is not being pulled. Back on the throttle body side. Let's go tighten this little bugger up. No, coordination's a little off with the tools today. Because if you guys watch basketball or you're into the New York Knicks, they won it. They won game 4 in a fantastic, unbelievable game. It reminds me of the New York Mets in game 6 with the Buckner mistake on the first base. All right, so that's nice and tight, people. This is nice and tight. Okay, this is plugged in. This is plugged in. Everything else is connected. I didn't disconnect that. We're good to go. All right, so I'll put that cover back on. And then there's that procedure. Let me see, let me show this up here like this. Okay, there's that procedure. You have to do the relearn procedure. You can find it online. I'm going to read it on the box over here. Basically, just the top of my head, if I remember it, disconnect the battery for about a minute. Actually, you know what? Disconnect it for about 5 minutes. Let everything clear. The computer just clear out. Connect the battery back together. Then go into the car with the ignition key. Okay, don't start the car. Just turn the key on into the dashboard lights for about a minute. Then shut it off for about a minute. Okay, and then start the car. Don't touch the gas. Let it idle. Let that idle for a couple of minutes. And then shut it off. Actually, before you shut it off, I think you're supposed to turn the AC on for about 15 minutes and then turn the AC off. Okay? Because when you turn the AC on, it messes with the idle air control and all that other stuff. Raises the idle up already. Okay? Does that. And then you take it for a ride. Go over 40, 45 miles per hour for a couple minutes there too. All right? So that's it. That's that. That's that. Collecting all my parts here. Dirty throttle body. There it is. All right, let me take you off my pod here. And that's it, folks. Thanks for watching. Throttle plate body replacement change. Thanks for watching.